Hello everyone, welcome to this tutorial video / short review, and this time we are custom painting and reviewing WPL-C64-1 RC Crawler. If you watched my previous episode where I reviewed Gallery Mobius airbrush, you can consider it to be a second part where I finally complete this model. So in today's video we will have a deeper look onto RC body repainting process, and specifically this time I have RC Crawler with a hard plastic shell. Our main goal today is to guide you through the all painting stages of this hard plastic shell and share my thought process behind every step. In general, this is very basic and simple RC Crawler for beginners, without any fancy features and just something to get you into RC hobby. So model construction itself is extremely beginner friendly and you can easily disassemble the whole model simply with removing few screws. And this is exactly what I did. I simply unscrewed few screws and whole body just became loose. As I later found out, this is actually a two-piece car body, and this way it became easier to paint. All the interior parts share the same mounting mechanism. As with every plastic model, we have to prepare surface for proper paint adhesion, some using sanding sponges. This step is not about making car body look nice and flawless, we're only making sure that our paint will have something to stick on. Later I took my Gallery's Mobius TG, poured in some Mr. Hobby's primer and applied few generous coats. For the base coat I decided to go with zero paints, Coca-Cola Classic Red, simply because it was available and quite cheap at my local hobby store. And afterwards, I just think it fits nicely this classic truck from Toyota. I covered the whole piece with light misty coats just to give further layers something to stick to, and eventually I graduated towards heavier wet coats. So this part of the video I will leave almost uncut, just to give you a basic idea of painting process. As you can see, zero paints are quite forgiving. I was able to get away with quite heavy coats without ruining the paint job. It is also important to mention that zero paints after drying will leave you with that nice satin finish, and for the nice and glossy look you will have to apply some kind of clear coat. And other good thing about zero paints is that they come already pre-thinned and you don't have to worry about your thinning ratios. Later on I decided I will also repaint the wheels, and thankfully tires are not glued in. So as with car body, I went in with same preparation process, sprayed on some primer and later some paint from the spray can. Before putting on some clear coat, I made sure that battery compartment can be accessed easily. Mixed some 2K clear from Mickey Menace ammo and started blasting. After clear coat cured for a few days, I taped out the body and prepared some sections for a black paint. To make sure paint will stick, I scuffed the surface with sanding sponges once again. This time I knew I have to go with matte or semi-gloss finish, just to put some emphasis on those parts and make them feel like they are made from plastic or rubber. Later followed few coats of Mr. Hobby's semi-gloss black. I tried to paint multiple light coats to avoid paint spilling under the masking tape. Later I removed all the masking tape to reveal our paint job. If you are wondering what is this white tape, so this is a vinyl masking tape for curved surfaces. After all parts were dry and ready, I just put everything back together. So few words about electronics of this model. Everything is very simple and basic. I had to plug in only two wires, one for battery and another for LED lights, and it was basically it for electronics part. So our painted wheel will go back into the tire, this time without glue, just to make sure I will be able to replace tire in the future if needed. Later I did some more detailing with acrylic marker from Molotov, so just painted those extra lights from the inside to give them some more definition, to make them look not so flat. Later I added some more finishing touches with panel line accent color from Tamiya, just poured some into the panel lines. And cleaned panels with enamel thinner afterwards. So this is our finished model with custom paint job. I know this is not much, but I simply just wanted to give you a final video of that model we started in previous episode, and I hope you like it. So as an extra bonus, I still decided to give you a quick review of this model, just in case if you're considering this model as your first RC crawler. You are now looking at completely stock model without any performance modifications. So because of very simple speed controller and radio, it will be very hard to maintain the speed that is actually scale looking. Your model will be kinda jumpy. But if you are patient enough and you would like to fiddle with your model, you can actually achieve some nice and scale looking crawling. But unfortunately, tires are very hard and they will not compress under the weight of the model, so this is kinda unrealistic. But fortunately, springs are quite soft and adjustable, so you can achieve some nice flex of suspension. The first upgrades for this model I would suggest are softer tires and some weights into the wheels, and that way I will think model will behave completely different. Also, shocks are very basic, without any oil inside, without any oil dampers, and switching those would completely change the game. But if you ask me, buying something cheap and later on upgrading it and making it awesome is part of the fun. And I really hope my video will help you in some way. Thank you for watching this simple episode, and hopefully I will see you soon in my next modeling video.